That's how I've got an obesity epidemic. Don't have the facilities. That's how I've got an obesity epidemic. If you've got a bit of waste as well, it means you need to shop in shitholes. You walk in somewhere trendy, like Topshop for a pair of jeans. Somewhere trendier than that, maybe. River Island. Walk into River Island and the sales assistants that work in these places, some indie band freak show, they come bouncing across to serve you. Look at that kind of, hey man, yeah, woo! Telling you to chillax. Everybody just chillax, man. Anybody ever told you to chillax? They've took the word chill and the word relax and combined them to make, ironically, the most infuriating word there's ever been. Well, they come bouncing over this guy. They've got that kind of energy and enthusiasm that oozes from people who have never been punched in the face. But you require this guy's assistance. You're in Topshop, they sell jeans. You're in Topshop, you need jeans. So I have to say, excuse me, mate, can I try on these jeans, please? And a 36-inch waist. And his enthusiasm. Was that you? Good to see you again. Hey, 36-inch. Try a 38. Fuck you, man. Ask the guy, try the jeans on, and a 38-inch waist. Good call, right? Shut up. 38-inch waist. Regardless, 36, 38-inch waist. You say to the guy, can I try these jeans on? And a 40-inch waist. 38-inch waist, and the guy, his enthusiasm just drains. Right? And he looks at you, appalled. No, that way you would look at somebody if they just took a shite in your kettle. Imagine somebody took a shite in your kettle, you'd be furious, wouldn't you? It's a social faux pas. You just shite in the kettle. I don't come to your house and shite in your kettle. You've changed, man. Shiting in kettle. So I started shopping in proper shithole clothes shop. You don't get judged in a proper shithole clothes shop. I was in a place called Dunn's Stores. It's the hot new up-and-coming shithole clothes shop on the scene. Somewhere between Primark and shoplifting. Now I've got a theory about clothes shop. I find in a clothes shop, the cheaper the clothes, the more aggressive the customer. Right? Anybody ever done that thing? You've been in a shop and you confuse another shopper for being a member of the staff. Right? And you go to ask them a question and they go, oh, I don't actually work here. And you go, oh, I thought you worked here. And you both share a chuckle and move on. It's finished. However, in Dunn Stores, it's no laughing matter. The cheaper the clothes, the more aggressive the customer, right? Tensions run through the roof in these kind of places. I was in this dump. When a guy said to me, he said, excuse me, buddy. How much? How much are these? And I said, I don't actually work here, buddy. And he said, that's not what I fucking asked you. Done. That was my first ever job, part-time job. I used to work in TK Maxx. Thank you. TK Maxx. I was in charge of the changing rooms. That was my job. I was the guy that would count your items and then give you a number. So if you were trying on 3 items, I gave you a number 3. And if you were trying on 4 items, I gave you a number 4. But we only had numbers 1 to 6. And this one time a woman was trying on 7 items. And everybody was fucking freaking out. I said, calm ourselves, yeah, let's just calm ourselves. Give me the 6. Give me the 1. Problem solved. Unemployment, that was my first ever job. I remember being unemployed as well. I used to study psychology for 3 weeks. That was my thing. Psychology, 3 weeks studying psychology. Get a bit freaked out. Sigmund Freud, he was a sex pest. He had a theory that young guys have sexual feelings towards their own mothers. I remember reading this and thinking the guy's obviously never seen my mother. A lovely woman, but you wouldn't ride her into battle. No, being unemployed, I feel sorry for anybody. Unemployed's a pretty tough time to go through in your life. Remember being on the job centre? I think job centres should be renamed the Shite Job Centre. Don't you never walk by a job centre and see in the window, forensic detective required. Barrister required. It's always customer service advisor's assistant required. Could you make the tea for the guy who makes the coffee? Remember being in the job centre? Everything else must have experience, must have qualifications. I'm just a dickhead, never had much of that. Last option, just left school, you can join the army. Right? You've got the British Army recruitment desk. You've got the 2 guys there, Robson and Jerome, sitting there. The berets on. The guy's going, come on, where's son? Be the best. John shot. We'll get you shot, come on. And I'm thinking, me, join the army. T-Mobile just said, I don't have enough qualifications to sell phones. Microsoft just said, I don't have enough experience to answer phones. And you want to give me a machine gun? I took up tennis. I tried that. Lasted one night, showing up at the local tennis club. Guys going, yeah, you're on court number 4. I would need bats, mate. You don't have rackets? Of course we don't have rackets. It's our first night at a new hobby. I've got a bottle of Lucozade and a fiver, mate. That's all you bring. Everybody knows that's all you bring at your first night at a new hobby. Try to play tennis, you end up losing the plot. Try to serve, you end up just meeting up at the net to discuss rule changes. Will we just make it becomes the theme of the evening. Will we just make it you can serve underarm and it can bounce anywhere? Instead of 15, 30, 40, will we just make it 1-0, 2-0, 3-0? And your pal starts beating you as if he's fucking great at it. Starts offering you feedback. I've noticed you're lifting your head. Fuck you, as if you're any fucking good at it. That's the sport here, isn't it? Tennis. Andy Murray. He's fucking changed this place. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Scotland becoming a tennis country? Who would have thought? And it's the working man's sport, isn't it? You walk into a rough pub in Glasgow when there's tennis on. Volatile atmosphere. No tennis colours, signs up all the pub. Guys arguing long into the night. You're going to sit there, and tell me that Nalbandian would beat Djokovic on a clay court. Derek, you're embarrassing yourself. That's how stereotypes change. Northern Ireland, they're into golf. They're going to Belfast in. One guy there. Good man. Where are you from? Belfast. Where is he? You, mate, you. What's your name? Ian. Ian. That's a fucking accent, innit? They make us sound like Michael Bublé earlier. Ian. There's a bomb in the biscuit tin. Ian. How long you been in Glasgow, Ian? Since 1985. You just get fed up with shite weather, religious intolerance. You thought, fuck this, I'm off to Glasgow. Good man. 85. 1985. First time I was in Belfast, the hotel I was staying was beside an 80s bar. I thought that was funny. Ian, an 80s bar in Belfast, of all the cities in the world where you don't want to go and celebrate the 80s. What the fuck goes on in there? People rubbing shite on the walls. Petrol bombs getting chucked across the dance floor. Who gives a fuck? Karma Chameleon's on. Yeah. I'm a man without conviction. No, it's changed, hasn't it, Ian? Golf, that's the sport. Tennis, Scotland, golf, Northern Ireland, Rory McIlroy, Darren Clark, good to see. They've ditched the guns, bought golf clubs. Progress. They're still chucking the odd petrol bomb, but they're shouting for. No, giving each other a bit of support, a bit of feedback on their game. What you gotta do there? You gotta picture the shot first. Get that fucking police station on your sides there. Just stand. Shoulders straight, bend your fucking knees. I'll light it for you. Nah, I'll be fat again. Don't worry, I'll be fat. I'll be back. I'm looking sharp, but I'll be back. I'm one all-inclusive holiday away from fucking meltdown. Don't worry. I'll be back. Did you go on any holidays this year, big guy? Aye. Where did you go, sir? Mallorca. You and a good lady, was it? Aye, good man. Any big holiday arguments? No? Aye, a few. Get the camera on him. Let's dig some dirt here. That's tradition, innit? And you go with your missus, big holiday, bust up, big fucking 35-degree argument. Carrying a 5-litre bottle of water and a Lilo up a hill. Your flip-flops keep falling back down the fucking hill. Eventually just booting them off. Fucking flip-flops. Oh, and the pavement's too warm. Where's my fucking flip-flops? And I go, you get that one, I'll get that one. 5 litre, how many times are you going to brush for fucking teeth on this holiday anyway? Or a water park. That's it. If your relationship can survive a water park argument, that's love. Sitting on a big inflatable yellow ring, trying to get the last word in before you begin your sharp decline. I'm an arsehole. Well, who fucking paid for the holiday? And you need to wait in the other one coming down. The two of you, buzzing. The adrenaline's gone. Put your ring back. You've cheered up, but you're fucked if you're letting your face know you've cheered up. I'm going to enjoy this bad mood. I've worked hard all year for this bad mood. Even if something funny happens, you've got white shorts on, they're wet, everybody can see your arse cheeks and your pubes. What is funny, is it, what nobody here's seen an arse before? I have. Mature. I never knew guys shaved their pubes. I don't give a fuck. Everybody laugh at me, fuck's sake. I like a bit of Spain. Any Spanish in? Aye, you, mate. You. What part of Spain? Fucking Shettleston. Aye. What's your name, sir? Stevie. Stevie for Spain. Stevie. Good man, Stevie. How long you been in Scotland, Stevie? Aye, we'll get up, eh? We've peaked at that, Stevie. Busted. I'll do that show on the telly now, Stevie. Christmas Day. Oh, he'll run to Stevie's. He gets coked up and puts that DVD on again. Fuck's sake. So he goes, MD for Spain. I'm like, aye, me. Rewind it, watch it again. Everybody get in the living room, watch it. Very funny, Stevie. Very fucking funny, buddy. Spain, I like Spain. I like the cultural side. Siesta. I like that shit. You get to go for a lie down in the afternoon. It's called a siesta in Spain. You go for a lie down in the afternoon in Scotland, it's called depression. People start worrying about you if you go for a siesta in this country. Is the big man all right? Aye, is she frying his seed? Is he all right? You spoke to him? You tried to talk to him about it? No, it's a lot of siestas he's going for. I like my siesta on holiday. That's the best bit. I don't go mental holidays anymore. Don't go with my mates. I've got bomb scare pals that don't know when to shut the fuck up. And that gets... But Wells Finn, after a few years, turning up dodgy side streets in a foreign country, people try to sell you shit. You've got mates that don't know when to shut the fuck up and keep walking. Hookers everywhere. I suck your dick. I suck your dick. I'll suck your dick, Ken. Well done, Barry boy. That's us all getting shot, mate. Well done. I like the bit when you're getting fuck all done. The bit between 6 o'clock and before you need to go out for the night. You've done the pool during the day. You're in. That's it. The siesta. Lying on the sofa bed in the apartment with prickly heat. Watching The Simpsons in Spanish. Eating the local crisps, listening to how much of a fucking fruitcake Homer sounds in Spanish. Sí, pero Marge, que sobre los Flanders. Siempre aprendo algo nuevo, saca algo viejo de mi mente. Do. I'll go in the shower in a minute. I think Homer's going to slit somebody's throat here. They're nice crisps. Here, get some more of the crisps. Ruffles. Jamon flavour. They make me feel older than I should feel, like other new celebrities, YouTubers. And I don't know who people are until they're fighting Floyd Mayweather. That's a strange age to be. I'm saying, who's Logan Paul? I don't know, but a 10-year-old would put a knife through your windpipe for a bottle of his energy drink. So he's done something right. Fucking 25 quid for a bottle of juice. And then they're chain vaping, they're wee disposables, they're wee elf bars. What happened to the youth is the big tobacco companies thought not enough young people are smoking cigarettes, so why don't we get a packet of Marlboro Red and a packet of Haribo Tangtastics and empty them into a blender and get that liquid and we'll put it in a wee heated element and take a couple of puffs. That's what started the vaping. And they're a strange bunch, right, with their vapes and their bottles of Prime and they're always fucking whining about something. The youth of today are a strange bunch. I think if Michael Jackson was still alive, he'd be saying, I'm not sharing a bed with these fucking weirdos. He'd be saying, nah. He'd be saying, get me an adult in here for a decent conversation. Oh, mate, it's my anxiety. Shut the fuck up, Shamo. See, I don't believe that they should get the blame. Even COVID, that was it. The way children were represented during COVID, all that time that they missed off school, and that was all you would see on the telly. The wee stressed out dweebs complaining. We are being robbed of our futures, COVID. COVID has stolen our education from us. We'll never get this time back, and we are the forsaken generation. And that's when I thought, fuck off. There's no way that was an accurate representation of every child's attitude to such lengthy spells off school. Would it have been too much to have heard from the kids who hit the jackpot during that whole time? They never had to sit exams. Wow. What a time to be fucking stupid. Stick one of them on the telly. I bet there's some belters made it to university the past few years. Put them on the telly, cheer people up a bit. I was going to do travel and tourism, but I got into medical school. We've
'Cause I've got emotional intelligence, everybody tells me. It's the new polite way of telling a child he's a fucking dunce.